And now looking over the women's soccer team, I was really excited to see how they performed before the season kicked off. And then we get over to our scores portion here for UW women's soccer. And I mean, look at this, 3-0 and then 5-0. August 18th versus Fresno State, the UW women's soccer team won 3-0. Our player of the game for that one was forward Carly Stuckel. 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 shots, and 53 minutes played. If I mispronounce the last name, please feel free to correct me, and don't have to be rude about it, in the comments, and I can take care of that. But come through and smash Fresno State. I know that friend of the show, Liv Sakani, got started the game, and they were able to get Olivia Juarez to start to take over the rest of the game. So sort of a split clean sheet. I don't like how that doesn't really give the clean sheet to one person. I get it, but I think in our stats we might just do that anyways. And then August 21st versus Air Force, a 5-0 win. UW totaling 8 goals over the stretch of those 2 games. Our player of the game for that one was midfielder Tatum Tomasin. 1 goal, 2 shots, 1 shot on target, and 51 minutes played. It was kind of tough to pick a sole player of the game there, but I went with the midfielder. And, I mean, this is a huge start. 8 goals and those 2 shutout wins to begin the year. Nice to get those at home. Following that start, the Huskies have received votes in the UW and the United Soccer Coaches poll. So interested to see how that all amasses. But this is a great start. I mean, it's exciting. You know, I was at a lot of these, well, not a lot, but a decent amount of these games last year for the team. And it's, you know, it was tough, but it's a new year. And, you know, there was intrigue. Livia Vanderjagt, obviously, going to the OL Reign in the NWSL draft. A couple other players, Amir Hassan, Jess Cowart, who's having great success with the Philippines women's national team. So if you have come here for Jess, lots of appreciation, a lot of Pinoy pride here. You know, us Filipinos going to stick out for each other. But, you know, again, interesting to see who comes in and fills out those spots that have been opened, who really flourishes in these new roles. So we'll look over to team-related news here. Some Summer Yates news. Summer has been a headliner as we've gotten to the beginning of the season. On the 16th, it was announced that Yates was named to the United Soccer Coaches Players to Watch list. And on the 19th, Yates was named the number 43 out of 100 player to watch in women's D1 soccer this season. If you don't know, Yates was an all Pac-12 first team player last year and all region second team while scoring 5 goals and recording 5 assists. Yates was the player that I thought was going to be in the NWSL draft for UW. It ended up being Vanderjagt, which I guess, you know, in talking to Vanderjagt and Liv Sakani wasn't something that was known until really last minute. And Yates decided to come back and was really excited to come back. And I'm going to use some bad words, to kick some ass this year. And, you know, there was some unproven things, and that's really cool. That's what you like to hear from players in the programs at your school, right? So that was exciting, and it'll be great to watch more Summer Yates this year. Also, in team-related news, if I botch this, please correct me. I apologize. Kolo Suliafu. My apologies. I'll get it right. I'll take this and I'll get better for it next week. A defender, a newcomer, was named to the top drawer soccer freshman best 11. So congratulations there, and excited to see how that plays out. So, I mean, if I have to give the gold star or the UW star of the week, I'm giving it to the entire UW women's soccer team. I mean, it was pretty damn cool to follow along with these and to get the scores out for these. It's great to be posting these scores on the CSS page for the UW teams, especially when they're what this program has done the last 2 games. So a great start, obviously. UW sits at a 2-0 record on the year so far. They sit at third in the Pac-12. I know it's relatively early. Their next 2 games are August 25th at Loyola Marymount with a 4 p.m. start time, so on the road there, and then August 28th at Long Beach State, which is a 1 p.m. start.